I've known Jeremy Wemple since I was 11 years old. I knew who he was a couple years before that. He was kind of my nemesis in all-star baseball, and he was this stocky kid with the mullet. And that's all I knew Jeremy. But when we were 11, we had a sixth grade class together, and we both were little skater kids, and we started hanging out. And now we're 23, almost 24. I'd say it was 12 years later, we're still best friends. It'd be immeasurable for me to go into detail the amount of good deeds this my best friend's done. A lot of friends have come and gone. Jeremy hasn't, and I've done the same for him. I'd say in regards to deserving a Jeep, the quality of his life is pretty on point. That deserves a break. He's one of those people that are slow to speak when you're talking to him. Listen to your story. He's probably talked me out of 100 fights for getting jealous and things like that. He's just a good listener, and he's got a lot of wisdom about him. And you know, if I have to try to sell him on how great of a guy he is, there's just too much there. I can narrow it down to dependability. You know, anytime my car is broken down or I've had a flat, even just yesterday, you know, I had to call Jeremy to help me out, and he was the first person I call in any time of need. Not when it's a car or something easy like that, even when it's something emotional or something like that. He's just been a good friend. Even whenever I didn't have a place to live, him and his family let me come there. And even when I was younger and my family situation wasn't that great, you know, their parents gave me a Christmas. I had the stocking, I had gifts under the tree, everything. So not really just Jeremy, his whole family has done so much that I can't repay. But if this is a way that I can give him a break by just kind of talking about how much he means to me as a best friend, you guys should definitely fix this guy's Jeep. I know other people, good candidates, I don't know more about the other cars or whatever, but I know this guy has always wanted a Jeep as long as we've been little kids. We used to drive around on his land, on his parents' old Jeep that they had to get rid of years ago. And he's always talking about wanting to get a new one, and he got that one, and it's just kind of unfortunate how it turned out. So if you guys can do anything to help him out and make this car that he's put a lot of effort and a lot of time buying parts for, trying to get it rolling again, do Jeremy's Jeep. It would be a blessing to somebody who is a great man with great values, a great character, someone with integrity, and my best friend on earth. So, thanks.
I've known Jeremy for about over 3 years now, probably closer to 4. I think my favorite thing about Jeremy, and why, if I had to explain to anybody why I think he deserves this, is because Jeremy looks for opportunities to help people without being asked. We have some stuff we do here at our church, and Jeremy's never been asked to do it officially, but he shows up every morning on Sunday earlier than most young adults would show up for sure, and helps us out without ever being asked. He's gone on multiple mission trips. He sits and spends time with people that honestly most people don't want to spend time with. He has this amazing ability to make everyone feel extremely accepted. And he challenges me because he doesn't judge anyone. It doesn't matter what their background is, what their beliefs are, and even how they fit into culture or society. He absolutely just loves them and listens. And he's an amazing, amazing guy, and I hope my sons grow up to be like him. I think he's awesome, and I think he absolutely deserves this Jeep restoration, because it is insane how many ways he has tried to get this Jeep fixed, and it just seems to never work. And so please, please pick Jeremy.
Okay. Can you give your name and what you are to me?
Oh, I'm Jeremy's pastor. My name is Jennifer Mazzola. That would help, wouldn't it?
That's good.
I've known Jeremy for probably close to 7 or 8 years, probably.
Do you know what happened to his vehicle?
Yeah, more or less. It just ended up with a laundry list of problems that seemed to never end.
By chance, can you give us your favorite story about why he's a good person or just an all-around nice guy?
Jeremy, as long as I've known Jeremy, he's probably been the kindest guy ever. He's kind of that top of the line guy that you always kind of strive to be like. You know, even though we're the same age, I look up to him in just about every respect possible. He really cares a lot about pretty much everyone else. Always making himself last and making sure that everyone else around him is very happy.
probably going on about, I'd say about at least 6 or 7 years at this point. So, 6 or 7 years.
What in specific makes him a good person and or a good friend?
He's a loyal person, like just knowing him. I haven't been close friends with him except for the past couple of years, but just knowing his loyalty, his devotion to his friends. Also his heart. He shows his heart a lot through what he does for the church, what he does for his friends, what he does for his family. He's a very loyal, respectful person, and he's just funny as hell. His personality and his sense of humor, he brightens the room up. So that's pretty much.
Why does he deserve to have his car restored?
I think it just relieve a lot of the stress that he's going through right now. I know that he's been having a lot of rough times with it, and all of us know the frustration with the cars, and just to help him out would be a huge blessing in his life, and would relieve a lot of the stress, a lot of the just, I guess, anguish that he's going through with it.
What's your name?
Andrea Sylvia.
And how long have you known Jeremy?
Like 7 or 8 years. Maybe
Okay.
7.
So Jeremy is applying to have his Jeep restored on a show, and why would he be worthy of it?
Well, I mean, Jeremy always gives us rides places, and he's a really good friend. Actually, the other day, Clint had a flat tire, and the first person Clint said to call was Jeremy to get him the stuff to fix the flat tire, and Jeremy went looking for it immediately and, was going to help us out. We ended up not needing Jeremy's help, but he was immediately ready to go help us out. I don't know, Jeremy's just someone that's always there for us. He's a good friend and accountable, and he's a good friend to my boyfriend, so. But Jeremy's also been a good friend to me. I feel like he's my brother, almost. So I think he's pretty deserving of having a new Jeep, or having it restored.
My name is Daniel. I've known Jeremy for about 3 years. I know him through church. I met him at church. Let's see, a good story. He's one of my favorite people because he always brings a smile to everyone's face that he's around.
You said that you've gone to church with him. Does that play just an important part in his character?
Yes, I'd say that's one of the most important parts of his life, is his relationship to his God.
All right. Thank you.
My name is Eric Schneider, and I've known Jeremy for roughly 2.5 years.
Can you give us some of the characteristics that Jeremy has and just offers to the people around?
Jeremy is a very kind person. He actively participates in our church, God Why. He plays guitar sometimes on the nights, Wednesday night. He likes to help out friends and talk to them in ways that surfacey conversations really wouldn't do anything for a person, but he'll go out of your way to make you feel better and just help you in general.
Why do you think he deserves to be selected for Search and Restore?
Well, I know Jeremy's had a lot of car troubles. Pretty sure he messed up his Jeep somehow. That was out of his control. But if anyone deserves a new Jeep, it's Jeremy.
My name is Lauren Sims, and I've known Jeremy for about 5 years now.
Can you tell us some character traits that Jeremy offers that other people, you don't necessarily see that in them, and just makes him just someone you want to be around?
Jeremy is one of those people that, to me, is extremely funny and extremely patient and kind. The thing I've noticed most about him is his humor. He puts you at ease with that, and also, I have this big thing where I usually end up quoting him in other situations that he's not even in. So he kind of leaves a mark on you when, just with the things that he says. And I think today I even quoted him to some of my students. I'm a teacher, so quoted him to some of my students, and he just has an effect on you that way, which is great. It's very great. It's very calming. So.
Can you tell us why Jeremy should be chosen for this Search and Restore program?
I think Jeremy's a hard worker. I think he's extremely diligent in wanting to make himself a better person. And in the years that I've known him, he's improved vastly his personality, his character, and he's been hardworking at it. and even with the setbacks, he's learned from them, and he's quick to notice and realize mistakes in his life and grow from them. And I think he's diligent. I think he's pretty good with his money, and I think these are all things that make him deserving of something like this.